this made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes. They go, ooh la la, ah wee wee. We go, ooh la la, ah wee wee. She go, ooh la la, ah wee wee. They go, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed like, where the bread? Where's the bread at, kid? What it do, YouTube? You know what it is. You now tuned in. POPAVIST. POPAVIST TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling on an Easter Sunday. Yeah, I was outside earlier. Niggas is like, ain't nobody dope as me. I dress so fresh and so clean, clean. I love when you stare at me. I dress so fresh and so clean, clean. And we all, my, like, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo. Like, that was that fire back then. I was outside earlier. Niggas is outside with the Easter swag on, like the drip was crazy. If it's your first time, then come on in. Yeah, over here we do sports, hip-hop, interviews, Popavisms 101 and motivation. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. And if it's not your first time, Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We in the end game, baby. We in the end game. It's Easter Sunday now, but about time y'all see this video, it'll probably be in the morning. So had a good day, you know what I mean? Like I said, was outside. Weather was super nice today. People was really outside like, ain't nobody dope as we. I dress so fresh and so clean, clean. I love when you stare at me. I dress so precious. And we are the coolest motherfuckers on the planet. My, the sky's falling. Ain't no need to panic. Woo, woo. Like, yeah, shout out to Outkast. Shout outs to the ATL. Shout outs to Outkast. One of the dopest hip hop groups of all time. So, like, yeah, they're one of the dopest. You know what I mean? Easter Sunday. Yesterday was with the family, because y'all know I don't celebrate. If you know, you know. Like, if you know, yeah, Lee don't celebrate none of that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't knock nobody that do. I don't knock nobody that does. I don't knock nobody that give it up and receive it how they giving it up and they receiving it. Like, if it's working for you, then by all means, challenge. Like, do you. You know what I mean? For the people in the back, yeah, do you. Celebrate how you want to celebrate. Believe in what you want to believe in. And don't try to push it on nobody else. You can converse. You can talk about it. You can, you know, try to get people to see things your way, but ultimately people got to choose, you know, their own right. Like, I know what it's like to lose. Like, you got to choose your own way. But I do be wondering, like, with all the holidays, because I don't celebrate, is like, why do, especially black people, like, but you're black, yeah, black. Why do we wait to these days to where the, you know, like, you know the prices is going to be crazy. Like, all of the holidays or, like, little stuff that people celebrate, when they celebrate them, why they celebrate them. The day that y'all choosing to do it is, like, the prices is jacked up. It's crowded. Everybody's trying to do it as well. You know, it's reservations, it's traffic. It's a lot of things that come with it because everybody chooses to do the same shit at the same time. So it's like, yeah, like, we all doing it. So we all, you know, making it. We raising the prices on ourselves. Like, if you're going, you know, for Valentine's Day, V-Day, you know what I mean? Like, if you, you know, celebrate. And y'all seen the video. If not, then go see the other video I did. Yeah, on Valentine's Day, because you was one of them niggas downtown in the pandemic and all that getting pizza and coffee. Like, yeah, I dead ass was downtown looking at people on dates with pizza and coffee. Like, for real. Like, no cap. No caps. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, downtown, sharing a slice. Some was getting, what's downtown? Red Lobster and, you know, a couple of them joints. But the point is, again, why wait to the day that they jacking up the prices where it's overly crowded, reservations, and, you know, everybody's doing it. So, you know, it's more traffic. Like, you going out on the day that everybody's going out on the boat. Like, you choose to go jet skiing on a day that mad people is going jet skiing. So it's not even really fun no more because it's mad people. You can't even do what you want to do. So I just never really understood that. So I'm like, Jada, you know what I mean? Like, why is the industry designed to keep the artists in debt? You know what I mean? Like, why niggas get it? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they ain't riding, they ain't part of your set. I just never understood it, so I don't understand. So we went out yesterday. I had a good time. Shout out to everybody that came out, the family and all that. Like, you know what I mean? It's always good seeing them. And then, like, sometimes it seems like it'd be around these times because everybody be, no, well, not these times, but, you know, everybody living their life and, you know, day-to-day life doing what they do. And sometimes you only get caught up to do it. So I get it. Like, holiday times, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I get it. When almost everybody can try to get together and make those times where it seems like during the rest of the year, everybody too damn busy to get together to play some spades. And, you know, I mean, you get what I'm saying. I just never really understood that. And then lastly, like, far as Easter, like, I get the Christ part. Like, I study religion, you know what I mean? Got certificates in Bible study. Like, yeah, took classes for that. And, you know, just to get a better understanding of things that people say they believe in, why they believe in, to contrast with my own personal beliefs. You know, we all look for purpose, reasoning, you know, drive, motivation, things like that. So I did sit down and read a thing or two, you know what I mean? But what does the Easter bunny, like, what does the bunny have to do, like, with this day? And the egg, and the hunting for eggs. Like, I remember not too many times, but a few times, going Easter hunting and looking for eggs and coloring the eggs and eating the chocolate bunny. And it's like, bunnies don't have eggs, do they? Don't they have other little bunnies? Like, so what's the science behind it? Like, Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Like, what does bunnies and little chocolate bunnies and colorful eggs? Oh, it's just something for the kids. Oh, okay, so the religious shit is for the adults. We believe in the Christ raising and all that, and, you know, the 3-day Passover, and the bunnies and the little candy and all that shit, that's for the kids, right? All right, cool. I understand. We in the end game. We in the end game. So that's just what it is. I remember some Easters being cool, and then really I remember most not being cool, looking out the window like, damn, nigga's a bum ass nigga. Like, yeah, where's my new Jordans and my new this? Because that's another thing. In addition to the bunnies and the egg finding, like, we outside, like, you know what I mean? And we are the coolest motherfuckers on the planet. Woo! The sky's falling, ain't no need to panic. I got it, AKO. Like, we outside, like, so fresh and so clean. Like, you know what I mean? Like, grades is down. I'm still getting the new Kyrie Irvings. Yeah, courtesy of mom, like, yeah, you in the back, mama love? Yeah. You know what I mean? Grades is all the way down, and you still buying them new Jordans. But Easter was like show-off day. Like, I'm coming out, I'm getting fresh, I'm going over here. Like, as you start getting older. When you were a kid, it was about church. At least I can remember throwing on a tuxedo or, you know, whatever little, you know what I mean, a little shit we threw on. And go to church, listen to the sermon, you know, get the blood and all that of Christ, you know, the little shit they give you. And you're just really doing what your parents do. You have no idea why you're doing it. They don't really, well, you don't know why they're doing it. You know, the only time you ask questions is like, boy, don't ask me no damn stupid questions. Like, yeah, like, don't ask no questions about why we doing this. It's not really till I got older, you know what I mean, went off, you know what I mean, did some dumb shit, went to prison, and then started getting around people that was, you know, studying and trying to find purpose and debating in the yard and 5%ers and learning about God bodies and all these different things, you know, when I got up top. So now now your curiosity is coming in. And for me personally, that's where, you know, I've got the really, study those type of things and compare and see what's what. But when you're a kid, you do as your parents do. If your parents is, Christian, then you probably going to be Christian. If they Muslim, you're going to probably be Muslim. If they Jewish and so on, if they don't eat meat, then you probably not going to be a meat eater. If they, like whatever they do, you have to do, because that's the household you brought up in. It's not till you get older and you either can rebel or you can say, oh, nah, I don't want to do this. I want to do this. But again, kids got fresh, like, you know what I'm saying? New clothes, coming outside, you know what I mean? Money in your pocket, and we going over here to mess, to these projects, or we going to see such and such as time start going on. But where's all that come from? So anybody that know, hit me in the comments like, nah, Lee, this is, it started with Christ, but then it went to this. Like, I want ice in my laces. Like, Jordan's got ice in the laces. Yeah, like, shout outs to Jada and Styles. Know what I mean? And prayers up to X too. Like, yesterday did the video. You know what I mean? Obviously got the news he was in the hospital not doing good. Then it was like doing good, then doing bad. Still don't really know. Obviously, I'm not privy to that information. But nonetheless, I said some prayers for him. Send prayers out to the family, the good energy. And we hope, obviously the worst is, is over, and obviously he can come forward. But yeah, like, people got fresh. I would like to know where it come from. If you know where it come from, leave a comment, and while you're leaving a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. Yeah, let's talk some, in between the sheets. Hey, oh, I like the way, like, the verses tonight, like, I didn't watch it live, and like a lot of the other verses, Fab, Jada, X, speaking of X, Snoop Dogg, and all the other ones, Rick Ross, 2 Chainz, etc., etc. It's entertaining. It's highly entertaining. And tonight was definitely entertaining, even though they, they old, they still was on stage with their little 1-2 steps, and Steve Harvey, like, can we get a round of applause for Steve Harvey? Like, yeah, like, and I'm only, Steve Harvey was like the MVP of this shit. Like, even though he just kept talking between every song and shit. Highlights I watch and listen to some of the songs. D-Nice on the 1s and 2s. Real hip-hop and all that. My name is D-Nice. Like, they got so many hits between both of them. It was really like, for the fan, this one really was, to me, like a win-win. And coming up, speaking of Eastern, coming up and all that, and some of the, how I came up, all these, songs was played, like The Reasons. That's one of my mom's favorite songs, like, and a lot of people in that era, Isley Brothers, Choosy Lover, and Who's, like, all of these songs, like, and when you were a kid, even like I'm assuming it is now, when you're hearing music, you can't really understand and grasp everything that's said. These are songs that's sung by adults. They talking about adult things. So even though you can sing along and you know the words, you don't know everything behind it. But it's not really too, I got up top as well. It's like up north and shit. If you don't got no radio, and I didn't have one, I wasn't fortunate. They got like the 3 plugs in the wall and shit. Like, this is the wall. It'd be like the radio and then news and then like some tapes and shit. Like whoever was in the draft room or like in the control room playing the music. And they always would play like the Whispers, the Isleys, Earth, Wind and Fire, the Stylistics. I guess he was an old head, And me as a, a teenager, 19, 20, listening. Now you hear it with a different eyes, like seeing a movie for the first time, then watching it again, reading the book, etc. And so then when you hear it in hip hop, like, I love it when they call me big, and you hear the Queen Pens and, the various different artists that took from all of these joints right here. Nas, like, on quoting Earth, Wind and Fire, Spin the Reasons Why, I'm like on an It Was Written album. Like, so many artists done came and took, and, there's nothing wrong with this. Obviously, you keep the culture pushing forward, but to see, they super old heads now, like, and to see Mr. Biggs still, giving it up, and shout outs to Mr. Biggs and the Isley Brothers. We in the end game, I hope to live long, and be healthy in the older years. Like, people assume when you got bread, it should be a given, and you've been getting bread for so long, you've been touching the bag, that you got the best chefs and you get the nice massages and, you know, you fly, you don't do shit like everybody else because you figured it out, or you maximize and capitalize off your talent. You know what I mean? Or you was one of them happy-go-lucky niggas that every time you see them, like they want to pop a little crystal. Like don't front for me. Maybe you a happy-go-lucky nigga. Like, I'm not mad at you either way. But the point being is when you've been accustomed to touching paper for so long, you should be living the best life. Like, that's when you really should be living your best life. Everybody that be on the gram, most people, they be fronting in the fake life. In the real life, they struggling. Like, you know what I mean? But, you know, so you supposed to look good, I guess. Like, older, you supposed to be eating the best, or having the best trainers and the best chefs and all that, freshly picked grapes and all that. Like, yeah, so you supposed to still look good, I feel, you know what I mean, in your 60s, late 60s, 70s, like, you know what I mean? And, as hopefully as more and more information come out about eating better and stuff that's poisoning us, et cetera, people probably will live longer, you know what I mean? But to see them on stage, you know what I mean, just like with Coming to America movie, you know what I mean? That whole cast, like, they all still alive, all still look good, pretty much, you know what I mean? Like, none of them is too washed for their age where you're like, oh, what happened to them? Like, they fell all the way off, like, you know what I mean? And even, what the fuck, the reality show that just came back around, The Real World, 30 years later, like, all of them is back, like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, y'all leave y'all opinions on what far as y'all think they washed or not, you know what I'm saying? But, so just hearing all of the joints, like, you know what I mean, is memory lane from childhood to coming up for people in my age bracket, and then even for the younger, if you just heard little snippets inside the hip hop music, like, oh, wonder why, you know what I mean, this sound familiar. Yeah, it's because they taken from, you know what I mean, the culture, and they making a hot line and making it a hot song, like Hov said. Yeah, like, you made it a hot line, I made it a hot song, and you ain't get a coin, you was getting fucked, and I know who I paid, God, Surflight Publisher, like, yeah, so you may hear the little snippets in there, like, oh, I get it why they use this, know what I mean? Footsteps in the Dark, Ice Cube, Today Was a Good Day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so just so many joints that obviously, like, the culture took. See them still alive, and obviously you got, like I said, I don't think nobody won. Nobody never wins none of these joints because it's not a real battle. Like, you want to see a real battle, then you got to go see Cassidy against Hollow. You got to go see, like, you got to go, like, you know what I mean? Easy. You got to go to the arena and get some balls in. For this here is really just playing old songs with somebody else back to back and you reminiscing to me. Like, there really is no winner or loser, especially tonight, because these songs is like, so, you know what I mean, soulful, and, you know what I mean, you just be like, damn, and these niggas, they got hits. You can listen to the whole playlist back to back to back, you know what I mean? Like, so, where we get it from, you know what I mean? Thankful we heard it as a youth, and then we can appreciate it and identify dope music even now. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I say, as far as hip-hop, when it comes to hip-hop and opinions, beats, producers, rhymes, I may not know all of the dates, like who was born when, what's their real names, but as far as hip-hop shit, like, yeah, we in the end game. I match my wits with anybody as far as dope music, bars, who's better, albums, songs, verses, like, all off the head, too, like, easy, like, oh, yeah, such and such. Now, I may fuck some lyrics up, because over here, yeah, we unscripted, authentic, that feeling. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. So when I upload the videos, the POPAVIST TV, that be me. Yeah, you could get alerted. You know what I mean? Like, hip hop, you know what I mean? That's why I feel, why I can say that. You know what I mean? Say it confidently, like, oh, no, I could point out a hit. I could, you know what I mean? I done call hits and, you know what I mean? Things like that. What producers should work with each other, why these people ain't work with each other. It's just because coming up, listening to all that shit. You had Tina Marie trending. You had R. Kelly trending. People were like, oh, can't listen to his music no more because of his case. And it's like, you know how many artists, you know, whether R&B singers, rappers, entertainers, like, if we just took their personal life, and I'm not condoning shit, so don't, you know what I mean, don't Tony it was no other way me and give him the time stone. Like, don't do that over here on this channel. What I'm saying is, if we didn't separate, like, the person from the music, we wouldn't be watching a lot of motherfuckers. We wouldn't be listening to a lot of motherfuckers. We wouldn't be a lot of people would be cut off because in the real life, yeah, like a lot of these artists, entertainers, athletes and all that, politicians, they messy. They all the way messy, like just like us. So go see the other video I just did on that. Like, yeah, like, so I'm not putting them up here. So it's like, oh yeah, now after something like this happens, they come out popping pills or doing some crazy, like, oh, I can't listen to none of their music no more. We should just ban all of this shit. If I like it, I'm listening to it. That's just that. Like, so you cannot listen to it. And R. Kelly, you know what I mean, as far as music being how we speak in music, he's probably gonna go down as, you know, in this last century or whatever, decade, you know, couple of decades, 25 years, is one of the best songwriters and singers of all time. Like him, Smokey, Barry Gordy, like, you know what I mean? It's a few people up there, you know what I mean? Teddy Riley, and a lot of writers and producers, but as far as singing as well, you know, Neo and all of it, he done wrote, not only his whole catalog is sick, but he done wrote for Mr. Biggs, brought him back to life, went to a whole generation of people that didn't even really know who he was. Even though you might have heard the tune in the back, you ain't really know who Ron Isley was. You ain't know who they was until Mr. Big K, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what I mean? Then you go back like, oh, all right, I get big, you know what I mean? Then you get put up. So like he really ushered him into a whole nother audience, you know what I mean? And wrote hit songs for him, you know what I mean? Even put Kelly Price and other people on the songs with him, you know what I mean? So, you know, R. Kelly is dope as far as musically, one of the best, you know what I mean? All his albums damn near is fire. So, you know, I'ma still listen when I'm in the mood for it. It's not like, oh, this nigga did this, so can't listen to that. Bill Cosby did this, can't never watch the shows again. Nah. I mean, if you want it like that, then I respect it, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I respect your opinion and how you want to move and do it, but that's not how I'm doing it, you know what I mean? But you know what it is, your boy POPAVIST, we back in here one more again, you know what I mean? Easter, like I said, for the most people, the churches is open back up. A lot of people went to service. That's good because it can boost the morale of people. People, I think, need some type of spirituality. It's a part of us, whether you suppress it or not. And after a while of suppression, you definitely can just like make it as cold as ice, like, you know what I'm saying? And not even be in tune with no intuition of, you know what I mean, the spiritual, you know, the thing that wakes you up in the morning. Without that, like, you're just a cold body. So, spirituality is good. You know, Ramadan is coming, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. If you follow, you know what I mean? If you can hit Lee on the bat line, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Then you know, you know. And we'll be doing some stuff, you know, during Ramadan as well. But churches open back up. People's happy, celebrate Easter. This the second, I guess, Easter since the pandemic hit us, 2020. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on it? Did you go out today? Did you go to church? Did you take the kids? Did you dress the kids up in their nice church clothes? Do you even still go to church? They say a lot of black men is not even in the church no more, and the church been losing brothers at a rapid rate. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I heard a few reasons why I'm still looking with the side eye, like, I don't know, but kind of, maybe, sort of, like, yeah, you know what I mean? If you're not in the church, where are you going for your spirituality? Do you just, you know, bow your head at night or in the morning when you get up and, you know, say your little prayer, you know, to the Most High or to, you know, whatever you believe in? Are you connected with people that's into these things? And if you are, you have been doing it for the last, let's say, 5 years. Can you tell me what's up with the Easter Bunny? What's up with the egg hunting and the freshness of going out getting fresh? You know what I mean? Like, where's that start at? Somebody put me on to that. I want to know. You know what I mean? Until one more again, you already know what it is. It's your boy POPAVIST, POPAVIST TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic on a Easter Sunday, even though I don't celebrate and all that. Yeah, kid.